Hello and welcome back to Blaugrana Pulse, your trusted home for all things FC Barcelona, breaking news, transfer sagas, and tactical deep dives. Subscribe, like, comment, and share to help the channel grow. Today, we dive into some interesting and dramatic recent happenings in the club. We'll discuss some huge financial milestones achieved by the club, the departure of some players, the revealing of next home season's kits, news surrounding the captaincy for next season, the plan to develop Barca athletic players, some players cutting their vacation short to prepare for preseason, the announcement of the player to wear the number 10 jersey, progress made in the renewal of Frankie de Jong by the club, the Barca-Nico Williams Atletico Bilbao saga, Barca-Zé Lucas negotiations, and some Barca athletic players joining the first team for preseason. Let's begin with the financial milestones achieved by the club. During the weekend, Sport reported that Barca had finally settled their debts with Messi, Umtiti, Coutinho, Koeman, and the rest of the 2020 squad. The final agreement of the deferred salaries, amounting to 16 million euros, was authorized and paid on the 30th of June 2025 by the club's financial department. In 2020, majority of the Barca squad agreed to defer their salaries. In total, the deferred salary figure amounted to 121.7 million euros. Barca decided to pay the amount in 8 installments, thus in December of 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, and in June of 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. This deal covered 42.9% of fixed salaries and 100% of variable bonuses for dozens of players and coaches across the 2020-2021 season. It was triggered as Bartomeu exited office as president and amid empty stadiums and frozen revenue. 19 first-team players and 9 Barca athletic players were involved in this deal. Coaches like Ronald Koeman, Henrik Larsson, and Schroeder were also part of it. Lionel Messi was the largest individual recipient with a final payment of 5.95 million euros and a total of 47.6 million euros. The second largest recipient was Samuel Umtiti, receiving a final payment of 1.24 million euros and a total of 9.92 million euros. Next is Sergio Busquets, receiving a final payment of 1.18 million euros and a total of 9.44 million euros. Antoine Griezmann received a final payment of 965,000 euros and a total of 7.72 million euros. Jordi Alba received a final payment of 943,000 euros and a total of 7.54 million euros. Philippe Coutinho received a final payment of 854,000 euros and a total of 6.83 million euros. Ousmane Dembele and Miralem Pjanic received a final payment of 643,000 euros each and a total of 5.14 million euros each, and Sergio Roberto received a final payment of 598,000 euros and a total of 4.74 million euros. The timing of this deal aligns with Barca's financial refinancing strategy, as it was also reported earlier by the club's social media handles that the club signed a new sponsorship program that has refinanced 40% of the FC Barca debt, around 424 million euros. The deal guarantees 43.6 million euros in annual recurring sponsorship income from FC Barca assets. The club has already secured 331.1 million euros in contractual obligation income for the coming years. Of this, 44.6 million euros come from FC Barca. 286.5 million euros is from global sponsors with rights to FC Barca assets. Example, Spotify, Nike, Ambilight TV, Konami, Cupra, DAM, HMD, Bimbo, and Prime. The club is expected to begin repayment in 2033 with final maturity extended to 2025. This move affects a significant portion of the total 1.45 billion euros project financing. It was also reported earlier that Barca, through its merchandising arm, Barca Licensing and Merchandising, BLM, achieved record financial success in the 2024-2025 season. The club tripled its e-commerce income and saw a 30% rise in retail store revenue, with 2 million people visiting the Spotify Camp Nou megastore alone, despite no matches being played there. Also, players with the best-selling shirts included Lamine Yamal, Pablo Gavi, Rafinha, Pedri, and Robert Lewandowski. Also, earlier reports from Barcelona and Spanish news outlets indicate that the Crow Spain, which is La Liga's official auditing company, confirmed that they will include the 100 million euros for VIP seats, and Barca will return to the 1:1 balance. The club will be able to operate normally in the transfer market. In January 2025, both Javier Tebas and La Liga agreed to 100 million euros down payment for the sale of 5% stake in the VIP seats, with an additional 40 million euros guarantee, but later decided to not add it to the books since the VIP seats weren't built. Right now, as it stands, Barca can operate freely under the 1:1 rule, as the La Liga president Javier Tebas has reportedly informed Joan García, Barca's president, that the club can now operate under the 1:1 rule. Laporta believes the club has done everything possible and can now proceed normally in the transfer window. That was a long talk about finance, wasn't it? On the next topic, we'll talk about the departures of 12 players, 1 first-team player and 11 Barca Athletic players. Ansu Fati, the only first-team player to depart, signed a 1-year renewal deal before joining AS Monaco on loan for a year with an €11 million buy option clause. Next on the departure list is Noah Darvic, who joined VfB Stuttgart from Barca on a permanent deal, with Barca reserving a sell-on clause and right of first refusal. The club will have the first opportunity to retain the player by matching any offer for him in the future. Barca Athletic player Sergio Dominguez, who made his debut appearance with the first team last season, has completed a move to Dinamo Zagreb. The club has reserved a percentage of future sale. Andres Astralaga has also joined Granada CF on loan. Ruben Lopez, Cedric, Pedro Soma, and Abdulaziz are returning to their original clubs as they joined Barca Athletic on loan. Pau Prim, Alex Garrido, Diego Percon, and Juan Piera leaves Barca as their contracts come to an end. Best of luck to all of them. On July 2nd, 2025, the club's social media handles released a video of players in the new home kit for the upcoming season. The home kit made by Nike has a unique design with the traditional red and deep blue vertical stripes. There is a gradual transition between the stripes toward the center of the shirt, creating a one-of-a-kind look. On the upper back of the home kit, a small flag combines the club colors with the colors of the Catalan flag. It has been reported by major Spanish news outlets that, quote, Barca has officially surpassed the record for the most shirts sold in one day, 4 hours after the availability of the shirts. This new shirt is the best-selling shirt in the club's history, and the best-selling shirts were the ones with Lamine Yamal's name and the number 10. On the captaincy for next season, there's an opinion within the board to strip Ter Stegen of his captaincy, even if he ends up staying. This is due to the decision not to have him as one of the main goalkeepers for next season. The board is inclined to change the captaincy structure a little bit and wants Hansi Flick to have a say in it. It is rumored that the board would like to see Inigo Martinez as one of the captains alongside Frenkie, Araujo, Rafinha, and Pedri. The final decision will be up to the coach, Hansi Flick. There has been talks within the club regarding the development of the Barca Athletic players. Recent reports claim when Hansi Flick observed some Barca Athletic players during first-team training last season, he noticed a significant physical disparity between them and the senior players. The lack of physical development limited his ability to count on them in emergency situations. To address this issue, the club has decided to reinforce the physical preparation of Barca Athletic. As a result, they're now searching for a strength and conditioning coach for the B team, who will work under the guidance of Julio Tos. Another priority is ensuring that Barca Athletic, under Juliano Belletti's supervision, adopts the same tactical approach as established by Hansi Flick for the first team, so that players remain tactically stable as they progress upward. This would also allow them to deliver immediate performance benefits when stepping into the senior team. July 13th, 2025 is the official date set by the club for the start of preseason training. However, Ronald Araujo and Marc Bernal have requested to return earlier, cutting their vacation short to resume training. They'll be supervised by the Barca coaching staff during this period, as a tailored 2-week training plan has been planned for them ahead of rejoining the rest of the squad. Ferran Torres, Andreas Christensen, and Ibrahim Diarra are rumored to have cut their vacations short and have already started preseason training at the Ciutat Esportiva. Lamine Yamal was supposed to be announced as the club's new number 10 on Tuesday the 1st of July, following the departure of Ansu Fati, but the player asked the club to delay the announcement of him getting the number 10 shirt until his 18th birthday, that is, the 13th of July. Either on or after the 13th of July, the club will announce Lamine Yamal as the club's new number 10. It was reported earlier that Barca has a near-final agreement with Frenkie de Jong to renew his contract until 2029. The club is aimed at hoping to finalize the deal in July. Frenkie's renewal and his wage distribution could play a key role in registering Nico Williams. Barca are accelerating for the signing of Nico Williams, and everything is ready regarding his contract, as the club plans to pay Nico's release clause by the end of the week, which is Friday. The player's entourage knows that all the documents are ready to facilitate his arrival at the club. Nico has also asked Barca to finalize the deal by July 9th the latest, as he does not want to start pre-season with Atletico Bilbao. It is also rumored that Nico Williams will wear the number 19 kit, Lamine Yamal's former kit number. During the negotiations for Zelucas, Sport Recife were reported to be demanding 12 to 15 million euros, a price tag which Barca believed to be too high. Deco, Barca sporting director, met with the president of Sport Recife and informed that the club is not currently too desperate to reinforce the midfield line. Some Barca athletic players are rumored to be in consideration to be involved in preseason with the first team. They are Toni Fernandes, Guile Fernandes, Ibrahim Diarra, Jan Virgili, Jofre Torrents, Landry Faré, Diego Cochin, Iman Caspo, and Kim Junient. These great and insane talents will potentially get the chance to show their talent at preseason. Lastly, the La Liga fixtures for the 2025-2026 season have been drawn, with Barca facing RCD Mallorca away from home on 17th August 2025. The first league El Clasico match would be played on 26th October 2025 at the Santiago Bernabeu, and the second league El Clasico would be played on 10th May 2026 at the Sportify Camp Nou. The last match of the season would be played against Valencia away from home on 24th May 2026. A huge tragedy has hit the footballing world with the death of Diogo Jota. Our deepest condolences to you, his family, friends, associates, teammates, fans, and to all football fans. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share to help the channel grow. See you again soon.